パパンパパーン。こんにちはとこんばんはとおはようございます。アリアピー。I missed all my lovely citizens. Hello. Oh my gosh, I had a pretty long day today. It started really early. Like, I woke up at 5 a.m. today to go on this day trip to the beach with my family. Okay, as a PSA, I will omit vessels, cousin, vessels, mother, vessels, tita, vessels, all of that. I will omit the word vessel today to tell the story in a more flowy fashion. So we'll omit that for now. But please understand that it is all my my vessel's family. So yes, before I go yap, Ari yap. You know how it is. This time we'll dedicate our time to yap. No need to, we can take our time yapping. But I want to say hello, of course, to Tom Peter, Lobster T-shirt, Joshua Cartasano, Dark Hunter 96, Ed, Idol, Lobster T-shirt, Puck Puck, Fack, Yuri-san, Supernova, Supernova, Xenos, Aneklikari, Gomikasukimo, hello everybody! So I started my day at 5 a.m. How about you guys? It's Friday, it's finally Friday. Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Hi Ralph, hello. Me? Ariyapping today. Hello. Of course. Pre-yap is the best kind of yap. We're gonna yap about a lot. I assume we're gonna yap about a lot of things today. It's ACX tomorrow. I had a pretty long day today. I'm finally coming home. Back to the city like next week. Yay yap time. Of course. Chill day, getting excited for tomorrow. Yeah. I'm very excited for ACX too. I'm mega excited. I really, truly am. I'm first shift tomorrow, so I'll have to make sure I wake up on time, and so warm up my voice a little so you don't get Aria's sleepy voice, like, hello, my lovely citizen. You know, that kind of voice. You definitely do not want to hear that at the meet and greet at ACX. But I will be streaming during the weekend, so don't worry. If you guys can't make it to ACX, you guys can come to the stream. I'm still deciding what to stream. Honestly, my schedule's so whack ever since I got here into the province. I haven't got, like, all my streams recently have been gorillas. And it's been like one random trip to another. Like, hi mini games, no time zones. No time zones to get worried about this time. Oh, I cannot forget about Offkai. I cannot forget about that. Oh my gosh. I remember Offkai really confused me at first, and Dokomi confused me a little bit as well. Like, I remember I was in, like, brushing my teeth in the bathroom, and then it was like maybe 30 minutes. I think it was 30 minutes before my meet and greet, because I think the last slot. And then I think Mane-san called me, and he was like, oh yeah, like my phone, I think my phone was on like silent, so now it was vibrating, and it was Mane-san that was calling. And then I saw the messages, and it was like, meet and greet soon. And I'm like, oh. Time zones are really confusing, guys. I really do think I need a proper app for the time. The thing is, when we do meet and greet schedules, there are two schedules. So there's the local time and PH time. So sometimes we get really confused with like checking out the local time and then our time. Province time is a different time zone. That's true though. For not having a scheduled stream was surprisingly consistently. I feel like I've been streaming around this time all the time, And I think I think my morning streams will return once I get to this back to the city. Hi, Anina Makaka, Aria Synth, and the night before ACX, how are you feeling? I'm feeling, I don't know if I feel refreshed after that beach trip. It didn't go as planned. Do I start the beach trip story time now? It didn't go as planned. Okay, for context, no app can help if the phone is silent. That's true. Cause I really make it a habit of putting my stuff on silent, but turning it back on is the difficulty. Cause before a stream, I always manage to put it on silent, or during a stream, like at the beginning, I always remember. But then I forget to turn it back on. That's the problem. You can add other locations in the clock app too. Oh yeah, that's true. I really should. The funny thing is, I think I only have I think the time that I have there is Tokyo and Vegas. I only have two extra time zones in there. Vegas and Tokyo. I don't know. Okay, I know why. But I definitely should add more time zones in there. Honestly, the US and of course Europe, very, very big countries that have multiple time zones in there. So I gotta add some more. Hi, Edric Vanguard. Hello. Lamau, I always put my phone on silent. Disha? Right? It's always super relaxing. Well, not super relaxing, but I just really get tilted if my phone notifs at like around maybe like when I'm trying to sleep and then I wake up and I lose it. That's why my phone is almost always on silent. Like 100% always on silent. That's why I like really feel bad if I miss messages. And then there's me. My phone has been on silent for more than how? I wouldn't know how to like okay. How? I feel like the only applications that you should have constant unsilenced is the Grab app, like the food delivery app, and text messages for the important Lazada deliveries or like just important stuff. Same. I think 80% of my day my phone's on silent. That's why I reply really slow. I don't even remember what my ringtone is. I know what my ringtone is, but it's a secret. But it's a secret. What if you guys randomly hear the ringtone and then like, oh damn, that's Aria. So that's a secret. I know what my ringtone is. Same notifications are kind of annoying in most silent modes. Yeah, that's why all my not ringtones, but my beep sounds are very not bell soundy, not a ding. They're very like oop or pop, like like the low key sounds. I always have those on because it's less annoying when they basically ring. Being able to afford to keep your phone on silent is a privilege. To not be bombarded with guys. I think I'm fine with the vibration because my phone, if it's not charging, it's most of the time right next to me. So when my desk vibrates, it's fine. Like usually the notification pops up if it's an email or text message or whatever. So the vibrate on the desk is so helpful because it's like a body reaction. It's like your body reacts to the notification instead of your ears, if you know what I mean. Like you feel the notif instead of hearing the notif. I would rather have that. So if it's a call, then it would vibrate like zzz, zzz. If it's just a text or an email, zzz, you know what I mean. Like you kind of get used to the constant silences, but the drawback to that is when you AFK, like when you go to the bathroom or when you go to pick up your delivery and stuff. That's the small window of when a notification might slip. But because 24/7 I'm on my PC desk, I usually never really miss a notif. But you know, that's the drawback to it when you AFK a little bit. Those apps are spamming things I don't want to. Guys, I'm the type that never clears their email. Like whenever you know, like a colleague sees like, you know, they don't know who I am, and then they see like my notifications, they're like, what the fuck? I think right now, you know the icon on the Gmail on your emails, and then it has like the red number on it for unopened emails. Yeah, I don't really clear my emails. I kind of just let it be. Although, okay, even if the reason why it is that way is because I have different many emails for different purposes. So it looks like it's a lot, but it's actually very intentional. So yeah, it's very intentional. 100 plus above the icon. No. I've got 4,000 above the icon, guys. I've got 1,000, 4,000 even. I prefer to throw my phone far away instead of turning it on silent. No, I need the phone near me for notifs. I just wear a smartwatch or smartband to not miss. Actually, that's really smart. I do have a smartwatch. I just don't like watches in general. I think it's because I don't have the habit of wearing accessories. I'm very, very bad at accessories. Like it's such a struggle. I'm not sure if it's, but I really like fashion. I really like dressing up, but accessories are my weakest point in fashion. So there was this earring that was passed down by maybe like the third or fourth generation from like the grandmother side, and it was passed down to me. And then I think I've been wearing that. My vessel has been wearing that ever since she was like, I don't know, a child. But then on one occasion she had to take it off, and then it was never worn again, to the point that I don't have piercings on my ears anymore. I'm really bad with accessories. So if I want to wear earrings, it's always either a clip-on, but I don't even wear clip-ons. Like, I only tried clip-ons once, and it was such a hassle to like keep it in place. And I love fashion. I love dressing up. My alarm tone is the shika no ko no ko no ko to shitanta. Shika no ko no ko no ko to shitanta. Whatchamacallit? 4K? Yeah, I got 4K. I think it's the multiple numerous emails that I have. That's probably why. I'm kind of embarrassed if my phone kept making sound, especially in a public place. Oh yeah, that's true. Especially if you have a lot of apps in general. Like, everything aside, I actually manually check all my apps. Because there are applications that I have on silent. Like, so Twitter I manually check. Stuff with Discord I manually check. Like, I manually check most of everything. I think the only ones that are unmuted are, of course, the like staff chat, because that one you need it like instantaneously. Emails, that one's really important as well. But the rest, I don't have real-time updates on that. Like, literally, I don't. I manually check everything myself. Yeah, I think it's because I think it's very intentional. Because you do not want it's like a manual filter of information, because if you have notifications on for every single real-time app, like you'll basically be overwhelmed with information. And as a person with ADHD, it's very important for me to filter the information that I get. My audible note. I'm so sorry, by the way. Like, I'm reading the chat really slow. I realize because I yap so much. My only audible notif is my alarms, and they all go song. They're all the song by a music artist. Get that. Up out of bed, bitch, go. Wait, that sounds really fun. Honestly, I think it's really nice to have I think it's really nice to have an alarm that you really like. But don't make it a favorite song, or else you'll start to hate that their favorite song. Better do it since it's a hassle to delete at least 10,000 of them. I think I've survived by not deleting, so I guess it's okay. The red number besides the icon is your rank. Damn, I'm ranked 4,000 something then. Top global elite, by the way. Yeah, with the smartwatch event, the vibration feels like I'm getting tapped on my wrist. I've gotten used to it, so I just subconsciously check it now. Honestly, I think smartwatches are like much cooler to check notifications. I think it's really cool. But it takes a while getting used to the habit of charging the smartwatch and then wearing the smartwatch. Usually, also it gives me anxiety, I realized, because the smartwatch has the heart rate monitor, right? And usually if you get up all of a sudden, or you suddenly like lay down on your bed, your heart rate actually rises because it's adjusting to like your position, your body's position in general. So that's why sometimes your heart races. But it gives me really bad anxiety, like, oh my god, why is my heart rate like, it's warning, heart rate above normal, like, oh my god, please stop. And it gives me more anxiety. I might disable the heart rate monitor if so. I have 20,000 unread messages. Nice. One of us. Say it makes your hands sweaty and it's a hassle to wash your hands. Exactly. Exactly. And I think I really want to get into the habit of the smartwatch, but the smartwatch that I have doesn't have the best battery, so you know, it's kind of a hassle to put in the habit of charging. I'm really bad at charging my phone as well. My phone constantly dies because if it's like 5%, I'm like, it can still go. And if it's 1%, that's when I start charging it. Also, see you, Chris Q. See you, Mayor. See you, my citizen. Aria won't be able to attend ACX. Oh, that's too bad. I hope you get to attend the next one though. My other Gmail account's full of Quora app. Yo, Quora is such a spammer. And honestly, a lot of these whatchamacallit, a lot of these random accounts, random websites that need accounts, they sometimes really spam you. Even if you block one, they're gonna find you one way or another. That song is low-key bop though. At the same time, it's an auditory pressure builder. It makes you have to get up and begin your routine. I recommend the song. Or you can buy my you can buy my voice pack in the first year anniversary. I do have an alarm pack there, a notification pack, and a motivation in Filipino, Tagalog, English, and Japanese. So yeah, just an FYI, it's available in Booth or on Gank. So real Quora, yeah, Quora is spammy AF. Isn't it bad to let phones go that low on battery? Yes, that is correct. I'm very bad at taking care of my phone. It actually does really destroys the battery life of your phone if you do that. Smartwatches should have these pendulum mechanism that winds that watch but instead provides electricity. Oh my god, yeah! I wish eventually smartwatches would have that sort of power. The battery of the one I have lasts around 10 days, so it's relatively low maintenance, and the sleep. Oh my god! Wait, hold up, wait. What model is that? I have the SE because it's cheaper, but I think because it's cheaper, it only survives and lasts a day. Unfortunately. Yeah. It only lasts a day. The battery lasts a day. How useful is a smartwatch? Hi Skystar! Hello. I think the smartwatch is really useful to track your sleep, your heart rate, and if you exercise a lot as well. I think that's primarily the reason why I bought it, is to monitor my sleep and my exercise and stuff. But work-wise, I didn't really find the need for it because my phone is always in my person. I've always wanted to use that term. Is always in my person. Good thing you didn't bring your phone to the beach or you get spammed by notifications. I actually brought my phone to the beach. I took some pictures and I even took a video. I'll show it on the members. I'll add it to the member bank. Does the Aria voice pack have 5 minutes Filipino swearing? I don't think I can sell that, but I'll find a way. Aria, we can't put you on alarm. We don't want to hate. Oh, that's a good point, Dark Hunter. Yeah, don't make. You can make me an alarm for maybe a week and then change it again, and then once you're tired of the other alarm, then come back to me. My smartwatch only that. What smartwatches do you guys have? I want mine. Why is mine only a day? Won't be there tomorrow, but have fun, Elliot. Oh, thank you, Care5555 Wizard. Noted. Hope to see you on the next one, though. I'm using an Amazfit GTR Pro. Wait, I don't know about that one. I'm kind of like a noob when it comes to smartwatches, so I just settled for the SE because it was like really. It's not cheap, but I think it's the cheapest if you want like the ecosystem of Apple. I don't want some company to know my vital signs. True. Honestly, yeah. I think we'll I don't know if I want to go deep into data selling. I think I'll just be creeped out AF. But I think it already like speaks for itself whenever like an ad pops up and you don't even Google it. You just talk to your friend or your family about, I feel like I need a new mattress. And then after a few seconds, there are like mattress recommendations. Honestly, it's one of the creepiest things that you probably encountered in the internet, but got used to it already. Like, it's, when it happens, it doesn't creep you out anymore, but the thought of it's really creepy. Bro, Facebook did that to me, right? Ads are something. Ads are really... I do think there is a flaw. There is some sort of flaw to the system, though, because I remember there was a period in time where I kept getting recommended milk products for babies. And I'm like, Hello? What? Hello? What happened to the ads about travel, huh? Why did it become about babies? Hello? Where did all my travel videos go? Maybe it's my conversation with maybe it heard my conversation on stream with Mikumi-chan, Arya Milk, and it just wouldn't stop providing like milk products in my stupid feed. Count as digital equivalent of what? Trafficking? What now? Nani? Of no, it's not. No. I don't think it's an equivalent of that. I remember talking to my friend about a product while on the phone. After a call, we got recommendations for it on. Isn't that creepy as fuck? That happens not only in text, like, but also on phone calls. Like sometimes, I'm not sure if I remember this correctly, but maybe even if it's a call separate, for example, the call didn't happen on Facebook, maybe you guys were talking about it on Discord, and for some reason it would appear. Like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is up? And then I remember a theory. I forgot where I heard this theory, but they said it is data prediction. Like, apparently they don't really listen into your calls. It is just data prediction. But honestly, some of these things are so spot on that sometimes I don't think it's data prediction anymore. But the error in my ads, however, makes me feel like it's not. It might be data prediction with the way that you've been searching, like pattern recognition and whatever, and it's just sometimes a big coincidence because sometimes the ads that I'm getting are very inconsistent. Like, they don't really apply to me. They don't really apply to me for some reason, and yet I'm getting them. And then there was even like sometimes I'd get ads like find a job in Canada, and then sometimes they would just stop and it would be back to like Nintendo Switch or like gaming products like Data Blitz and whatever. Like, it's very inconsistent. And then I'm for some reason I'm still stuck in the milk products. Where did the work in Canada go? Where did they all go, guys? They're watching your every move. Yeah, I think their data predictions pretty cool. Like they take everything, like your location, your everything, blah blah blah, things you've searched. Damn it, hearing baby milk product made me remember the time I got my molar removed and I only had to eat Lugo and Cerelac! Oh, that sounds really like stale, like you only had to eat the soft food. Oof. Maybe they know something you don't. I know there are data mining businesses, like that's another, that we shouldn't really delve on that, but it's really annoying, you know, like I hate to accept the fact that our data gets sold somewhere. I don't know where really, but so that's why sometimes when the ads are too targeted, it's like what the F. So yeah, did not miss that period of my. I bet Supernova. They're going to make me alive on the internet thanks to the data they harvested from me. Oh wait, is this how data? No worry, I harvest information but only for fun. I don't use them against anything. So like, not gonna lie, I kind of want to test the whole data prediction thing, and I don't think streaming counts though. I wish it counted, but it has to be a call. Like maybe the next time I'm my vessel is in her friend's Discord, we'll talk about streaming lights, a new curtain rods, a hammer, nails, and foot spa. And then let's see which one of those 5 things appear on the feed next. Because honestly, I'm kind of sick of seeing baby milk now. Like it's not funny anymore, honestly. Like the ads are not funny anymore. Like it's honestly super weird. Where did all my travel ads go? Because I used to get a lot of like travel ads, like oh, discount on like this airline, blah blah blah. Oh, work on Canada, blah blah blah. Oh, package, blah blah blah. Actually, what? I don't know what my ads are at the moment. I just know on TikTok it's baby milk. I read an article before about Amazon being able to predict that their customer is pregnant even before themselves. That's crazy. That's crazy. But honestly, the science of data prediction is just it's just fascinating as a whole, but actually pretty insulting. Like, wow, our life isn't super special that they're predicting our lives. But honestly, okay, here's what I'm proud of. Whenever I get ads that are totally wrong about me, I feel proud about that. I think for some reason the only ones that they get right is gaming related. Anything else is just so not true. Okay, travel and gaming related. I feel so special, like, haha! You think you know me, but you don't! You don't have my actual data, haha! You're wrong about me. We're getting stereotyped by the algorithm. Yep, definitely. Data, like the amount of data that we give to the internet's kind of crazy. Like the, like okay, I know there are bots that scan your email at certain places on your Twitter. They scan a lot of things at certain points of a social media profile. So the things that we put on our bios are actually scannable. This is just my theory. Don't quote me on it, but that's what I think. There are bots in scanning bio data. The things that you put on your social media profile basically are scanned, because I think they do have certain code words to detect what they need. Comment in YouTube, yeah. Comment in YouTube, comment on Twitter, comment everywhere. I think it's been there for a while now. And that's what they, I don't know what they use it for. Sometimes they use it for hackzors. And that's why it's always very dangerous to put your email on your Twitter or elsewhere. I think data prediction works as seeing what you like or what you search on the shopping site that you're using, probably. Yeah, exactly. They kind of cross-reference all your data, location, age, products you've been searching. They kind of predict. Like, for example, you search for curtain rods and they're like, oh, this person is probably moving out or moving in. Or they just have lived in the house for so long that they need curtain rods. So the next thing they'll probably recommend is more home products. I think oh right, you see ads? I can't see anything in my premium. Ah, damn! Actually, the only ads that I've been... What does it say when you keep getting cheat on? You know, the only ad that I'll welcome all day, every day is Cheat on the mascot, guys. Like, I don't know how much money Cheeton has spent on Twitter for their ads, but it feels like it's a lot. It honestly feels like it's a lot of money for like being spent by Cheeton. Like every time I'm on Twitter, it's just Cheeton. Like it's crazy. I wonder what the AIs think of sometimes revolving bios. Wait, what? Sometimes revolving bios on Twitter? Oh, that's true. Honestly, okay, guys, the thing is, God, I can't believe we're gonna go to work. I don't want to really talk about AI because I think that's a very, 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 very delicate topic. I do think we will have varying opinions on the topic, so I'd rather not talk about it. But as any tool in the world, I will say that there will always be a good and a bad side. A tool is a tool. The way that humans use it will determine if it will be evil or good. So that's all I'm gonna say in the matter. And I think it's a very general statement for any object in the world. Not all, but I think it is applicable for most things. So yeah, I'll just leave it at that. So yeah, like honestly, everything that we say, everything that we do in the internet is scanned by something and is put together by something, whether by good means or bad means, bad intentions or good intentions. It is everything that we do is basically helping something in understanding us better to either flourish a business, flourish, well, I don't know really where I'm going with this. I'm swiveling my chair, that's why I'm moving back and forth. But yeah, oh my god, cheetahs is everywhere. Desho? Certain sites notice how long you look at certain things and that is fed to data brokers installed. Yes, exactly. So TikTok, well, not TikTok. I think the data variables for each content on the internet, especially social media, has so many, well, just as I said, data variables. There's 3 second what do you call this? 3 second views, 5 second views, 1 minute retention. There's clicks, there's how much time, well, as I said, like 1 second, 2 second retention. There's also the phone data of where your thumb is pressing on the phone, like what are you swiping, where it's at. Like honestly, it's because it really helps study usage behavior or user behavior, well, of us. So it really helps them improve either their UI or just, I don't know. I'm still really trying to understand why all the social media websites, including YouTube and Canva, went from edged buttons to circular buttons. Even at the moment, I still don't know why they changed it. But, you know, every change sometimes may not be functional. Maybe sometimes it could be just to refresh your novelty seeking brain. You know what I mean, right? Like we love novelty. So I think we just naturally get bored, whether we intend to or not. So maybe the change isn't for function, but for novelty. It's just so crazy to me that everyone changed. Is it like a PSA like, by the way, guys, it is now June 5, 2024. Around this time, our data has predicted that humans using our app for 5 years straight will get bored of our website and will tire and experience burnout. To remedy this, we must change our buttons from the edged squares to circular buttons. I repeat, from squares, rectangles, we must change them to circles and oblongs. Thank you very much for listening to this PSA. Yes. And we will see you in the next few months to study what human behavior is like in the internet. Thank you. It's probably like that. That's how I imagine it. Like, I don't know what that's about. Maybe I should change my live button to more square for novelty purposes. AI no Manila time. I have no almost ads in general. Wait, lucky desu ne. Lucky desho. No matter what we do or how much we try to hide, as long as we're on the internet, there's really no escape from having a shadow. That's true though. That's true. Like, even if we're like we try to be air quote private or be like in the shadows, there's still the study of keystrokes and the thing that we like research and stuff. Everything is data. Everything that we do in the internet is data. It's kind of crazy. It's crazy fascinating and crazy scary at the same time. Wow. I love that. I love and hate the internet, guys. Bloody Mary? Bloody Mary ite nani? Is that the one that you do in the bathroom? I wonder if Chitan appears in your house if you say their name 3 times. Chitan. I want Chitan to barge in my parents' place and just pat my head and leave. But it was through the algo where I first discovered Maya A. Charlotte's debut, and it led me here. That's true though. That's true, Anino. Like, I feel like if we take a step back and see the things that we discovered because of algorithm, I think it's definitely a double-edged sword. It's very convenient. It helps us find things that we'll probably love like forever. And then there are things that probably it's like, damn, that's creepy. So the things that we have discovered so conveniently and learned to love, that's definitely one of the strengths of data prediction or data targeting or just data. Just data. That's Cal found Aria through an ad and Charlotte. Aww! Thank you guys for trusting in the ad. for clicking the ad. In my eyes, AI should only be used to relive and aid people of menial tasks that we have more time for ourselves. Yeah, exactly. I think for me, AI should be a tool to like. I remember I saw this tweet, like something about exactly like that, Raguna. Like, AI should not be the one like making the art, but AI should be doing the menial tasks so humans can focus on honing their craft to make art. Because usually, generally speaking, what's holding us back right now? Well, aside from, oh god, please, aside from, you know, aside from the financial struggles of this world, usually time, let's focus on the time aspect of things. Usually time is what holds us back from reaching poverty. I get that. But it's also very true though, the financial struggles. But when time is a factor, sometimes when you, I think it's related, right? Like you have to keep working because it's a need. But also you wanna practice your craft in drawing and I don't know, public speaking, writing stories, or just in general, like your hobby. You wanna be best at something, but usually you're very focused and well tired to do. Gosh, this is such a mood. This is such a mood. So like, I'm so sorry, like this is such a depressing thing. But let me move on. Let me not dig deep into the depressing part of this point. But if there's a way for AI to assist us in doing the menial tasks so we can focus some more on what we love doing, that would be great. And our hobbies. Honestly, I feel like the algorithm is now low-key shaping society. You know what? That's a really good point. Like, it's shaping our likes and dislikes, I feel. And it's also shaping, like, what society expects you to have or to be. Because I feel like they're cross-referencing, like, stuff. And since they're predicting, like, for example, what you just said, Xenos, they kind of predict the... When did this free talk get so real? Can we just talk about the beach stuff? we should okay, to wrap things up, because I don't want to leave you guys hanging. I will say that I hope everyone that is in the stream or not in the stream right now can eventually afford to focus on their dreams and what they love doing. I think every single one of us just really wants the privilege of doing what we want and what makes us happy. And to put food on the table while doing it. You know what I mean? Like focus on the arts and the things that we love doing while having the basic needs of life. I think that's the... I don't know if that's such a puny goal. Because honestly, it's like, you know, growing up, it's like, I want to be this, I want to be that. But like, I feel like as you stay on Earth more, it's gonna be like, I just really hope I have a roof under my head, food on the table, and maybe enjoy playing video games, have the time to play video games, and still get to do what I love. Isn't that super simple? And yet that's exactly, I don't want to speak for everybody, but that sounds like the life. Doesn't that sound like, you know, I don't want a mansion. I just need to know that in a few years time that we don't have to worry about food on the table, rent, bills. I don't have to worry that, oh shit, I can't play video games, you know? In a way, we're all data entities on the internet. That's true, though. We're feeding. Literally, that was my job, guys. Remember before I came into Earth? That was literally me. I'm a ball of data floating into the digital space, just receiving a lot of data. I just want to do what I want and love without risking becoming homeless. Exactly, Firing Coup. And that's the beach story. I'm fine with what I'm doing right now. It soon will be. I'm so sorry to be sharing such a depressing. Well, I think these thoughts are always at the back of our minds. I feel. Well, I wouldn't want to say always, but we try our best to just, you know, live while those. Okay, I will say though. Okay, to wrap up this topic before it gets too dark. I think we are, you know, I saw this post on the internet saying that we're actually doing better than we thought. Like, I'd like to think that is very true. I'd like to think that is very true. that we are doing much better than we think we are doing. So now I'm gonna share that with you guys. I think we're doing better than we think. And I think we should be proud of ourselves with that. I think we should really give a pat ourselves. We should give a pat at the back and be like, damn, I'm fucking surviving. I'm here and I'm fucking killing it. Maybe sometimes I'm not killing it, but I know I'll kill it eventually, you know? Yeah, that's data harvesting is good, but it gave us Aria. I'm really glad to be here. But remember, my mission is to give you guys smiles and happiness. You know, sometimes I know my topics are like, can get too real sometimes, but I really want to end on a more hopeful note that I know it's cliche, but everything in the world will eventually be balanced. If it's like, okay, don't think of it this way. Like, if it's happy now, it'll be sad later. If it's sad now, it'll be happy later. I will just say that you are doing great, okay? If you think that you are not, you are doing amazing. So, shikari! It'll get better. Depressing but relatable. Is there an anime coming out soon about a guy getting a robot living partner? Isn't that not Chobits? So you're collecting our data in the way for me to get to know you guys, okay? That this totally checks out on during our meet and greets. I'm like, what's your favorite anime? Oh, what do you do on your free time? But honestly, it's just for me to get to know you guys more, okay? We can complain all we want, but we all eat ice cream and enjoy AC. Yeah! I think my primary reason, I remember Mana-chan's talk about immortality and stuff, and it made me reflect about why would we even want immortality? Guys, I swear, we will get to the beach story. I think it's better to leave all the depressing topics now and then go to the beach story. You know, the beach story filler episode where it's just fan service. It's typical anime progression. All the shit and then bam, beach episode. Let's go. Being proud of yourself is kind of hard because people, I think that's one of the struggles for sure. But I think that is the reason why having either self-support or a support system is very important in life in general. Having a support system is very important. As someone who is currently working to get out of creative coma and getting back to making stuff, I deeply appreciate those words, Aria. Thank you, of course. I think you're doing great. I think all of you are doing amazing, okay? Even if it feels like really sucky, but you're here. Okay? You're here. And that's what matters. But yeah, I think I'll end it with that before it gets even more depressing. I don't want to talk about immortality now because I feel like we're getting deeper and deeper into, like, honestly, I don't think it's a good idea for me to bombard with all these topics at one Ari yapping stream. So now let's head on over to the beach episode. Woo! Are you guys ready for my story involving spiders? Are you guys ready? Okay, I will be honest about the beach trip. It was fun at the very beginning, but I think I expected too much again on this beach. Nice, 1 hour pre-yap yap. Now the real yap starts. So I thought you were ending the stream without the beach. No. I want to end. Now we started, like, we did our, you know, dark stuff. Now let's enter the filler art, the fan service. Without the fan service. So I don't even know where to start. Okay, let me start from the very beginning. I had high expectations for this other beach. Like, this is a different beach. So I was with my... Again, I'll omit all the vessel stuff because it'll make telling the story much easier. I was with my mom, my cousin, and my tita, my auntie. So we woke up 5 a.m. to travel. It was such a long travel. I only had like 2 hours of sleep as well because I was my vessel was busy playing Final Fantasy 14. We left. I guess we ate bulalo. It was so good, guys. I love bulalo. And then I drank Mountain Dew at 7 a.m. It was so good. Bulalo at 7 a.m. and Mountain Dew hits fucking different, guys. It hits so different. I don't know what it is, but drinking soda in the morning and a food that you really love just hits different. Anyway, so we continued our travel to X Beach. So this beach, I've been there before. It's definitely one of my favorite beaches I've been to because it's quiet. It's kind of far off, so it's not like a super duper popular spot. So it's well maintained, and it's an area that doesn't want to destroy nature. So it actually conserves nature. So there's like a lot like random animals in there as well alongside the beach. And when I went there last time, I think it was last year, it had clear waters, it had white sand, it was so clear that you can see the fish in shallow waters just swimming around you. So with that expectation in mind, I wanted it to be the same experience. But when I got there was a lot of people. And I'm like, you know what? It's okay. We're just going towards the ends of this resort and there will not be a lot of people. But it used to be, again, the first time I went there, it was so quiet. I think there were only 3 families there. I was just peaceful. There's fish. And there were not a lot of waves. The water was almost very still. There's a little bit of waves here and there, but almost still. That the fish you could see. Oh boy, I went the opposite direction. Lots of people in the microphone going, mic test, 1 2, mic test. And then the shore of the beach, the nearby area of the beginning of the shore had a lot of people, to the point that we had to go all the way behind without people. I didn't really expect to swim on this trip, so I never really brought any of my swimming outfits. So I kind of borrowed shorts from my mother, and it was kind of loose. So when I went towards the ocean, it didn't have white sand anymore. It was a combination of black sand and a lot of like sediments, a lot of rocks, corals, seashells, and the like. It didn't used to have that before. Now it has a year later. So okay, that's fine. But now the shore, the waves are much more stronger. So you can't stay still and be at peace anymore. Like, you would always be pushed off of the shore. You get sucked in, you get pushed towards the shallow water. Like, you can't stay still. And because my shorts were really loose, sand would get into places. So I was extremely uncomfortable. So imagine the power of the shore, the random sediment on the sand, loose shorts, strong waves, very bad combination. So I'm like, I kind of don't want to wear this anymore. Good thing they have a swimsuit shop, like a shop for expensive but convenient, like a souvenir shop. But it has like swimsuits, shorts, and like swimming like pants or whatever. So I told my mother, who was with me by the ocean. I'm like, I'm really not comfortable with this. I'm gonna go buy like pants, like, you know, those skin tight sweatsuit, swimsuit, like not swimsuit, like swim gear that you bet that it won't reach places. Like it would be like the skin tight like ocean gear that would be by your foot already or by your ankle, and it would be tight. And so even if sand would come inside through that area, it would still not reach places. Hey yo, White Beach says go we. Construction site near the beach, or it could be, yeah, it could be that. It could be like development near the area and the wind is taking all like black sand or black stuff over there. So I'm like, okay, I'll like BRB. So I went alone. I went alone to the souvenir shop because I'm extremely uncomfortable. Every time I would stand up with those shorts, I'm sorry for the graphic image, but I will tell this as elegantly as possible. It felt like I was releasing poop sand whenever I would stand up, basically. Terrible, terrible. I was expecting bikini. No, because if it's bikini, it would be worse. It would be worse. So anyway, I went to the souvenir shop alone, ready to get dressed. So, you know, they had, oh, do you have like shorts, like skin tight shorts? Because I like shorts better than the skin tight like pants. They were like, oh no, like only pants are available. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Does that fit me? And I'm like, it looked like it fit me. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll buy it. So of course, the next thing that you should do is to get dressed. So I went to the changing area with my newly bought skin tight pants for swimming. And it was extremely dark. It didn't, like the changing rooms, I remember it looked really run down last year, but I noticed that they repainted over it to look like it was new. But it still didn't have any lights. So I looked above me like, is it meant to be dark like this? It's weird. And there were lampposts. Like, you know, the hanging lamps? It's like really high ceiling. It's like a really high ceiling kubo style. But I could see a lot of spider webs. And I'm like, that's not good. It means that these parts of the changing area are untouched. So I went to the changing rooms have curtains on them, of course. It's not a door, it's a curtain. But all of these curtains are kind of tucked upwards so that you kind of just pull them down so that you cover the room. So imagine a dark hallway of open changing areas with all curtains uniformly tucked upwards. So you can honestly see a preview of what the room looked like. So the changing room A, by the side, there is a spider web with a spider upside down. It's pure black. It felt like a common spider. And I'm like, that spider looks dead. But I would rather not take my chances and change here. So I went to changing room number 2. I had my flashlight on. I scanned every nook and cranny of the area. I looked above, I looked below, I looked to the sides. No spider webs. It's clear. It's clear. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll change here. Looks clean, looks good. So, remember about the curtains being tucked upwards? I pulled it down. All right, it's cute. It's white. Wow. Looks new. Looks brand new. It's all tucked below now. Sorry, it's all tucked below. It's all untucked now. All I need to do is spread the curtain horizontally to cover the entire room now. Shh. Okay, it's halfway. All right, it's halfway. It's halfway covering the room. Now I'll pull it even further. zing! To my surprise, to the left side of the fucking curtain, it had a spider that I've never seen before in my entire life. It was a large spider on top of a clear white curtain that had a large red body, but very thin 8 legs. They were long, they were thin, but the body of the spider was big as fuck. So imagine to my terrible surprise that the curtain is all the way closed. And now I'm trapped looking at this thing in front of me. My only escape is where the spider was. It was just right there. Exactly the contrast of the spider against the white curtain. It was like in a horror movie, like, okay, halfway there, fully covered room, boom, a large spider in front of me. So one detail that I forgot to mention, that of course because I came from swimming, I was wet. My hair was dripping and all of that. And the thing that I purchased, you know, the pants that I purchased, they placed it in a paper bag. I asked if they had a plastic bag, and they said no, only paper bags. Okay. I put my phone inside of the paper bag. Before I went inside the changing room, I noticed that the bottom is wet from my hair. I'm like, cool, whatever. I'll just hold it from the bottom. It's no problem. So flash forward back to when I was stuck with the spider. I instinctively went, guys, I was like doing this sound all throughout as I exited the changing area. Like, no shit, I'm not kidding. I was just doing this noise. Fuck. Like, I went full anime mode without even meaning to. Like, this was my instinctual reaction. This was my natural response to the situation. So every action I did, I was just... So after 2 seconds of freezing, I just went... I put the curtain away. I ran, I bolted out of there. But remember, my paper bag was insanely wet. So guess what happened while I was running? My phone and the pants fell on the sand while I was running away. So I was like, something fell. Pick up my phone, pick up my pants. Is it behind me? When I pulled the curtain, did it go to my head? Did it go like inside my shirt? Like, what happened? So I went back to the souvenir shop and I asked this kuya, is there a spider behind me? Like, imagine, no fucking context. I would just barge in. Is there a spider behind me? And like, like, can you check behind me? Is there a spider? And then the guy just actually really checked, like, wala naman po, ma'am. And then, okay, thank you. And then I bolted again back to my family. Like, Jesus Christ, I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be here unless I kept saying. So imagine all the cabanas, all the kubo. Remember, guys, remember what I said, that there's a lot of people and then it's all families? So the pathway had kubo. Kubo is like around. So imagine I'm passing by families and I'm just saying, fuck. Like, people were staring at me, but I didn't really care at the time. But I'm like, I need to mind my words. Like, what if there are children in these family areas? And I noticed there are not a lot of children. They're more likely like older family. So I'm like, so I'm back to my mom and I'm like, is there a spider behind me? Like, I kind of want to go home. So instead of us staying much longer, I felt like I was so paranoid. I felt like the spider is still behind me. Any single hair falling onto my leg, I would be like, So I ended up changing in the cabana where me and my family were at. I ended up changing there instead. And I ended up not going back to the changing room to change for the third time after the swimming area. I just used the towel somewhere to change. Well, that person must be surprised and also got creeped out. Yeah, exactly. Like, imagine a person panicking, approaching you and like, is there a spider behind me? You're really like causing a scene anywhere, even... I know, like, I'm not even doing it on purpose. Like, it's just these random things happening to me. Like, I don't want these things to happen to me. I just want to be low-key. I just want to be enjoying my time in a peaceful manner. I didn't want to cause any panic or cause any distress to the other guests. But I couldn't help it. Q was like, what the hell just happened? Yeah. Imagine, Kuya, is there a spider behind me? Oh, wala pong ma'am. Okay, bye! The thing is, he saw me lose my shit because the souvenir area is sort of like really near to the... So he probably would... Like, probably heard me like... And then I actually dropped my phone. The paper bag was so wet. It had a hole in it already. And it dropped my phone and the pants right in front of the souvenir shop. So it probably witnessed me going... Kuya! There's a spider! Okay, for today's video... I'm so bad with... I'm really so bad with insects and everything. Like, yeah, I'm bad. I'm bad at that. But to be fair, if you gave everyone an explanation, but there was no time for it. Explaining. I needed to make sure there was a spider behind me. Because the panic caused me to open the curtain. What if that caused the spider to jump on me after I put the curtain back, guys? Like, right? Like, what if that actually caused it to jump on me? That was like my worst thing. So the area was super naturey that even the spiders were having a field day in that resort. So now, yeah, I don't wanna, the thing is, why is the changing room so dark? Aria's weak to bug type. Are you psychic or dark? I feel like I'm psychic. Imagine seeing someone drop stuff underground and then randomly ask if it was sunlight. I feel like thinking about it now, the way that I told the story, I totally realized how completely random that flag event for that kuya, I bet. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is this check on? Oh my gosh. The thing is, I just wish these things wouldn't happen. Why? I was there last year, and none of these things happened. That's why I came there. And now there are spiders everywhere. The thing is, my family isn't really scared of spiders. I don't know where... Okay, never mind. I know where I got my fear of spiders came from. One crawled on my leg. For the longest time, my vessel wasn't afraid of spiders until this spider that I would see like every day on a different home climbed on my leg. Imagine, to my surprise, right? I think I told this story before, right? Like, imagine I'm just brushing my teeth. I look behind me, the spider's still there. And then I look back in the mirror, brushing my teeth. I look back, where's the spider? Guess what? On my fucking leg. And I do have a feeling spiders, or animals in general, have a way of communicating with humans. I do feel like what happened was, I feel like the spider misinterpreted my agreement to leave the spider alone to friendship. Because every day I would see that spider in the bathroom, and I would like really talk to it. Oh my gosh, thank you, Average Reaper, for the monitor, and the Spider-Man got your ass. Thank you so much. I really hate it. Jeez. I truly believe animals in any kind of animal. Maybe not crocodiles. Okay, actually, maybe I don't know. I do feel like exposed to human interaction, they really can get your signals. So I would talk to this spider every day. And I think, because the way that I would talk to the spider is very like sweet, like, spider, remember our agreement? Like, you stay there and I don't kill you. Remember that? Okay, we're calling a truce. Okay, so that's the kind of tone that I would talk to the spider like every time I would see it. So I have a feeling that it got accustomed to my voice, that it wasn't scared of me anymore. Because I know spiders are scared of you. Like, when you go near it, it would run away. But for some reason, this spider has misinterpreted my talks for truce for friendship. Anyway, thank you so much for the blue owl super. Arigatou gozaimasu, Average Reaper. Arigatou gozaimasu. How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes, got nowhere to run. The night goes on as I'm... By the way, good thing we're in the PH, not Australia. Ugh. Guys, don't get me started on Australia. Like, the way that things are very normal. Like, I wouldn't say like normal. Like, maybe if I was born there, okay. But if I'm not, and I'm really scared of them, and then I migrate there, you know, that's gonna take a while to get used to. Monitor part 2. Guys, I'm going home soon, like next week, so don't you worry about a thing. Spider said we're family. Exactly. Yeah, I think the spider misinterpreted. This has been one hell of a slow cooking example of a Murphy's Law. I can't tell if it senses your fear or it senses your fear. Jeez. I'm a very jumpy kind of entity, guys. Spiders are tame in the Philippines. Australia has tons of venomous. That's true though. I still have that red spider ingrained in my head, guys. It was like every time I would remember it, I would just constantly shake. And since my family isn't really afraid of spiders, they kept laughing at my reaction. They kept laughing at me like constantly all the way. Third monitor is good to have. Wait, what use would I have for the third monitor? Wallpaper. Extra bills to pay. Ah, cockroaches! I hate cockroaches too, jeez. I think the strangest object I've killed a cockroach with is a dumbbell. I think I'm also scared of cockroaches, but I know that. Oh my god, talking about cockroaches is making me like ugh. But anyway, let's call them gokiburi. Gokiburi, okay? It's cuter to call it gokiburi. Gokiburi. A dumbbell, pano. So allow me to explain. So, at my vessel's old place, there was a cockroach that got into my room, and usually my room, so the cockroach for some reason went into my bed, and for some reason, of course, in a panic under the sheets, I had to scramble and then leave my bed. So you can't imagine how much of a maze a scrawled blanket can cause on your bed. So imagine this. You have a scrawled, crunched up blanket on your bed, and a cockroach is on it as well. So now it's a guessing game. Oh, where the fuck is the cockroach? I hate gokiburi. Me too. So now I don't know where the cockroach went. So I have 2 slippers. 1 pair of slipper. I only have 2 ammunition. Because once I release the slipper, once I throw it, I'm really afraid to like go near the cockroach and get the slipper. So I usually only have 2 shots and it has to count. I found it. I slammed the first slipper on the cockroach. I don't think it hit it. I only have 1 ammo left and this shot has to count. I secure my aim. I throw it. By the way, I'm really scared of cockroaches, so I usually have like stand maybe 3 feet away from it. So I have to really throw the slipper. I don't smash it. I throw it like literally like a catapult. So that's what I did. Second shot. Bam! It's on the bed. It's skittering. It's face up. It's almost dead, but not yet. But it's disabled. It is now stunned. CC'd. What do you do next? I ran out of shots, right? I don't want to go near the damn thing. What's near me? A dumbbell. You know what I did? I'm like, the bed's really soft, but I need something much heavier than whatever object's nearby. And the dumbbell makes so much sense. Anchors away! Ooh. I dropped the dumbbell onto the cockroach. Kill secure. And that is how I killed a cockroach with a dumbbell. Thank you very much for coming to my TED Talk. Not gonna lie, that's a good way to go. Small ones are manageable. The big adult ones are really disgusting. I just wanted to say hi but got crushed instead. I'll talk, hello. I think not because I have smacked a cockroach. I fly with a slipper, damn. Got melee, bro. Goki booty destruction with esports commentary. Thank you very much. 3 feet, that's still too close for... I really can't tell if it's 3 feet or 4 feet. Maybe around that. I remember as a kid, I was laying in bed and saw a roach crawling on the wall. I felt fear. Immediately it flew and made a beeline straight for me! It made me jump and run for someone in the... Honestly, I feel like cockroaches has really evolved. Like, it evolved from being scared of humans to being like, nah, these guys are scared of me. Now that we're talking about gokiburi, I happen to have kissed a flying cockroach while playing badminton. I'm so sorry that happened. I really am. That's terrible. That's awful. Ugh. Yep, I definitely used ultimates. Yes, I did. She killed a cockroach with like skill 1, skill 2, and ult. Yep, this is definitely a MOBA. It got ulted. I can't believe that. My 2 skills are slipper 1 and slipper 2. And then my ultimate's a dumbbell. Damn, what what a jump. It's not even like a walis, like a broom. No, it's a dumbbell. So you don't have the Valorant aim. I do have the Valorant aim. It's just that the slipper is just for CC. Crowd control into damage. Literally what happened. Burst damage dumbbell. Yeah, that's it. Slipper CC, dumbbell burst damage. Can you feel the weight of what you've done? Nope. Not at all. It doesn't feel anything. Reminds me of that time Korone... Korone punching a spider down. What a baddie. Or you just like more worms or gokiburi? Worms. Worms, definitely. Definitely worms. Worms are... fucking brainless. You better be afraid of something brainless. At least gokiburi is a little bit predictable, right? It can only go 2 ways. But that thing, worms are just fucking disgusting. You know what kills gokiburi really quickly? Really? I can just spray it and kill it? Thank you for that valuable information. I did not even notice that 1 hour has already passed. Welcome to Aria Yapping. And another time, I was awaking in the middle of the night. Anita, your encounters with booty makes me not want to. This is exactly why, like, I'm not gonna lie, I really am so paranoid. That's why I don't really want to keep, like, food. I don't really eat in front of my PC. Like, I truly avoid that because once you know what cockroaches like, you kind of don't want to do it anymore. Like, food will only always be in the kitchen and stuff like that. It was on stream too! Oh my gosh! Sad to be a worm. Fuck worms, honestly. Makes sense, the show. So yeah, that was my very I wish didn't happen the beach episode story. I did take pictures though. I took a video even of me basking in the sand. So I might post a picture of it, but I'll post a video on my member. Yeah, I have super soaker filled with isopropyl alcohol. I'll go suffocate some to death. Nice. Nice. You've kind of slapped a roach mid-flight. I read that as mid-fight. Damn. Aria and I tend to overkill roaches. You know, I don't want to overkill roaches. I just kind of want to get over it. I don't want to stare at it. I just want it in the trash. The worst part is when they have phase 2, you think they're dead, but they... Yeah! That's why it's so fucking scary that they're, like, pretending to be dead. That's why, like, ugh. When somebody tells me, when somebody doesn't kill a cockroach and you ask where it is and they said, oh, it's gone, they're not truly gone. It's either it's supposed to be dead or not, guys. I'm so happy I live in a newly built apartment, not having to worry about... That's so nice! I think that's my favorite part about, like, new apartments. They're so, like, they're not tainted and, like, roaches don't smell food or anything that really, like, tempts them to go to your place. So that's why it's so important to take the trash out, like, every day. Are you the roach slayer? Oh, I don't want to be one. It's just a necessity to survive. Ew! Imagine killing a fly Goki food like you were killing a mosquito. You know, I killed a fly once on my face. It was one of the most disgusting... You know what? You know how disgusting it is? Because I still remember it, even though my vessel experienced it as a child. And the funniest shit, it was just the most casual kill ever. Like, imagine I was talking to, like, my cousin. My vessel was like a child. We're talking about like maybe like 6 years old. And she's talking to her cousin. I'm like, oh, something's itchy. Let me scratch something on my chin. And to my surprise, I'm like, why is there like fly corpse on my hand? And apparently I smashed the fly casually onto my chin, and I think it was a big one because it's so slow. I'll sleep now, bye. I hope it's not because we're talking about bugs. It's kind of sad if there's spiders in your house, you have a bug infestation. True though. I do think, okay, there are two things why spiders in your house, right? Either there's a bug infestation because they love bugs, right? Or number two, you're near trees. You're near trees and, well, you've got bugs. You've got bugs that it likes to kill. Because I really think being near trees is one way that spiders have access to your house in the first place. Cause yeah. So when I learned what spiders are attracted to, it's like a chain of like reaction. Like some of spiders' prey are attracted to light. So there was a period in time where I used to really like the light, you know? But then after that, I've learned to appreciate the darkness because I don't want fucking random insects coming into my room. And then crap. Spiders come in because the insects are attracted. Because sometimes I feel like that's the best way to approach it as well. Like, you just practically try to remove what they're attracted to. You kind of like take it 2 steps further. If there's a prey that's really allergic to this sort of smell, you just kind of use it, and the spider will have no reason to come in. Unless their home is endangered and they're forced to come in. Oh my god, that's the worst part! I remember the time I woke up and got midnight cravings, so I got up and went to cook instant noodles. But then I saw a bug while cooking, so I had to cry to kill it. Yo, I fucking hate it when you miss the first shot and it goes to a room that you frequent in. Fucking terrible. Now you're like really paranoid. Like, damn, why did it go to the room that you like go to the most? The husband. Ah! I like how we're talking about bugs, but that's my fault. The only thing Aria wants in her house are reptiles, and therefore only turtles. And you know what? Maybe the reason why I probably like them is because they eat insects. They're omnivores. Insects love their insects or whatever. Disgusting. And iguanas and turtles eat insects and worms. I don't know if iguanas eat worms, but I know turtles do. The one downside of living in a rural countryside is that when it rains heavily at night, rooms with open windows are swarmed by hundreds upon hundreds of... Yep! I remember in the province, there used to be like a lot of that by the lights, and I really hated it. But it's like, I got used to it, but now I'm not used to it living in the city. I don't think I ever saw Aria's stream when we haven't talked about how we all hate spiders. I mean, I've expressed that I hate bugs and worms and all the like, but this is the first time it's a little bit detailed. True though, lizards kill insects as well. I love lizards. Damn, I do have some biases with reptiles that eat bugs. Gomo. Oh, they're flying termites! Naruhodo desu ne. I didn't know that. I thought they were flying ants because they look like ants. Gosh. But all in all, though, I had a lot of fun, like eating food with my family, enjoying the breeze. Although, okay, the sea breeze, the sea sounds. Spiders eat, right? Spiders eat insects too, but they're the exception of what I don't like in the house. My family is a very like and I think they're more animal centric than me. You know what I mean, right? Like there are certain bugs that I think I won't feel sorry if I squash them with my slipper. But my parents are the type that aren't really scared, and they kind of like relocate them outside and don't kill them. Like if I requested them, can you please kill the spider? They would just like outright reject my request and then just scare them off on a different part of the house. Zeros! Oh my god, me too! Okay, let's stop talking about bugs, guys. Not gonna lie, I'm getting really paranoid. I'm looking around me and I'm like, I feel like when we talk about bugs and our fear of bugs, they kind of just Murphy Law you for some reason. What about the bugs that visit you as you're recently? You know what? Butterflies are fine, okay? You know what? Passed away relatives, okay. I will say that I would really deeply appreciate it that they would not come as cockroaches. I think they should just remain as spiritual ghostly beings. If they want to manipulate like, I don't know, objects to make their presence felt, yes please. But if it's like cockroach flying towards you to give you a hug, I am so sorry. My instincts will just tell me to squash it. Is this topic really bugging you that much? I was kind of into it. It's making me feel really paranoid, and I'm pretty sensitive at the moment to stuff like that because I got really rattled and I couldn't even enjoy my time. Imagine getting reincarnated as a gokiburi. That's like survival difficulty level 100. Everybody's out to kill you. Bro, nice pun. You can't kill a ghost insect. No! I meant as a ghostly being. But do you guys know this movie? Okay, it's pretty random. So my parents watched this movie over and over for some reason. And no, I can't tell if it was my dad. I think it was my dad. Okay, it was my dad that watched this movie over and over. And it was about a guy who lived in this very dirty apartment. And it was with cockroaches. So he made friends with cockroaches. So the cockroaches here were very cartoony. Like they would talk. They would help the guy character get some riz, get some dates, help like just help out around the house. Was it a musical? I'm not sure if it was a musical. My memory is very, because it was my vessel's memory. If I was a cockroach. No! Is it Paul's apartment or Joe's apartment? Yeah, it's Joe's apartment. Yeah, that's the one. So my parents really, I don't know my parents. I think my dad really loved that movie. So over and over. You remember that movie, Pog? It's a comedy. So at first, I wasn't really like, like my vessel growing up isn't really bothered by this. By the way, there was also this movie about spiders. It was a comedy. It was a horror comedy movie about the spiders growing very large and attacking a town. And these were like radioactive spiders. I think the jumping spiders were the ones that got different kinds of spiders were enlarged. And I don't know, my vessel had a thing for creepy crawlies back then. That was back then. And again, it's just so weird. Like the more you live on this earth, the more scared you are for everything. Aria knows her weeb shit. Story was back in 1996. Oh, there you go. It's a 90s movie. Damn chat showing her age. but my parents, my dad really liked it, so I had really no choice but to freaking watch it as a child. And for some reason, I really enjoyed it. And now, because of the movie, I know this random fact has stuck with me for so long, and it's still a fact that I know. I don't know if the statistic grew. But for every one cockroach that you see, there's 200 more behind like your walls, the crevices, like parts of your house. And that fact really blew my mind. And it's a fucking creepy fact to find out. I'm sorry if this bothered you guys. There was a movie where an astronaut encounters a giant mutated telepathic spider, and they somehow become friends. Don't know and don't care. Remember its name. I wonder what that is. I don't think I've ever encountered that before. Oh, that gave me goosebumps. I'm so sorry. Okay, I could be wrong. If there's any comfort in the fact that I just said, it could be just you know how sometimes statistics or like shows likes to exaggerate a few things to have that shock factor? If there's any comfort in that statement, maybe it's not true. Maybe. Have you seen Terraformers? I only know the show about them being in an alien planet and they have to fight bugs on that alien planet. Is that Terraformers? I'm not sure. Oh yeah, there's an animal. There's an anime called. Oh, so what? I am reincarnated as a spider. Damn, Mino. That's Mino show. Yeah, that's the one. Eight-legged freaks. I really like that movie. Eight-legged freaks. I really like that movie. Oh god. I don't know why. I really like this movie. You know what I just realized? Dead by Daylight has to have a eight-legged freaks. Because it was a comedy. It wasn't a horror movie. It was a comedy. It was like it was just basically a comedy. Have you seen the first Men in Black? If so, did you? Who's Edgar the Bug again? I only remember briefly Men in Black moments, but I don't really remember who Edgar is. It's just a theory, a game theory. Yeah, it's just a theory. Have I ever told you guys a dream I had regarding zombies that felt so real? I think up until now, I think that's still the most craziest dream I've ever had. Not because of what happened in the dream, but the way that I felt in the dream. Okay. I don't know. Have I ever told you guys a zombie dream before? Not gonna lie, I'm starting, because of that dream, I really believe in dreams where sometimes you're taken into another world. Because some dreams are too real. In Terraformers, they wanted to terraform Mars and send cockroaches to spread algae after a few hundred years. They evolved into humanoid. Well, that's interesting. Okay, to be fair, cockroaches are actually one of the longest living species on Earth. Their survivability must be studied, actually. It's kind of crazy. Like, I'm starting to think, what is the actual use of cockroaches? Are they like bees that spread pollen? I think they just spread dirt at this point. You believe that dreams is like another world. Okay, I never really believed that dreams are in another world. But after experiencing this dream, like, I think this dream happened 3 years ago. And I kept a voice log of it so that I will never forget how I felt during the dream. Okay, this is my last story. Okay, so I don't know. Please tell me if I've told this story before. But I will do my best to share what I felt during the dream. Again, it wasn't what happened in the dream. It was... Okay, maybe it's both, but it's more of what I felt during the dream. Okay. So, the first dream, I vaguely remember. The first dream was... It felt like we were in another planet. When I say we, I was with strangers. People that I've never seen before. And for some reason, they felt familiar. But I don't remember their faces. But I'm pretty sure I don't know them. But the way that I was acting in the dream is it felt like I've known them for so long. So imagine Mars. Imagine a scene, 4 walls, 4 very tall walls. Let's just say maybe they're 20 feet tall. But these 4 walls, for some reason, imagine a cardinal. Every single cardinal, north, south, east, and west, had a wall, a 20-foot wall. But the inner cardinals of it, we're talking about northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest, didn't have any wall. It was open. And imagine me and the squad that I am in were killing zombies. We're surrounded. Don't ask me why the thing is open or whatever. But we were backs against each other, covering each other's side, and blasting the zombies that were coming in the walls. Imagine the ground being like orange, reddish, so kind of like how Mars is portrayed in movies. So I don't know what planet we were in or where I was, if it was Earth. But we were fighting. There was camaraderie in when we were fighting. I felt the camaraderie. Okay, here's the thing, heads up. I've never watched an alien movie during when that dream happened. I've not seen anything. I have not heard anything alien related. Nothing. Zero. I've not watched any movie related to aliens. Or sorry, aliens being in space. Maybe zombies because like, I don't know, I'm a big fan of Resident Evil. But zombies in a futuristic setting is what was, that was like, just imagine that in that scene. So we had guns, we were killing all the zombies. But we were starting to get overrun. We all had a collective feeling that we were gonna die. But here's the catch. We weren't sad that we were about to get overrun by zombies. What we said to each other was, see you later. We were like, oh, guess that's it. And we were just smiling at each other, knowing that we were gonna die. But for some reason, we were talking to each other and we just said, see you later. After a while, I woke up. I'm like, what the fuck was that dream? Why were we so calm knowing that we were about to die? Why were we just saying, see you later? And so you know how it feels, right? When you wake up with a dream, you just kind of fall back asleep after. You question it and you kind of fall back to sleep after. So I fell back asleep. Guess what? I'm in the same world. Again, all of these things are POV. Like, I'm not seeing myself from like above me, but I'm seeing the POV of what's happening around me. So I felt like I'm in the same place, but in a different instance, if you know what I mean. Like, it's the same people that I was with earlier, but this time around I'm inside a spaceship. Just imagine Alien versus Predator, like spaceship. It had like the metal futuristic finishes. It's the cabin was circular, you know, that tunnel in like alien movies. It's kind of like that. But I was just talking casually with my teammates that I was with earlier. I didn't question anything at all. Like, I was just living this POV, this, whoever it was, this me? Was it someone else's life? Whatever. I was just living. And it's kind of like I started off, I skipped a few things, and for some reason I'm just hanging out with my teammates in the cabin. So there was this one person. So basically there's one person in like a futuristic panel computer thing. Like, you know, typing stuff, monitoring what the situation's all about. There's another person, which I do not remember. But there's this one other person that's standing by by another door. I don't know where it leads to. So I have a very limited POV of the location. I don't know. Again, I don't know what's going on, but at the same time, I know what's going on. So basically, again, it's the same thing. It feels like it was a moment of peace. We're just hanging out, laughing. And the person in the computer, she said that, again, the same thing. Zombies have infiltrated our either spaceship or space house or futuristic dwelling, whatever. Like, they have breached our place again. And it's like, oh god, like code red. Everything in panic. But again, we're not in panic. So what we did, we set traps surrounding our area, like blast mines. Just imagine blast mines. And then, remember, these people, I do not know these people, but for some reason they're familiar. I'm close with them. There's camaraderie. There's bonding. It feels like, again, the feeling was, I do not know who these people are, But for some reason, I know we've been through some tough shit. So, there we were again, trying to defend our place, being overrun by zombies, but this time not with guns, but with blast mines. So you know what we all did to each other when we knew that the zombies were coming into contact with the blast mines? Dude, the same vibe. We all smiled again, but this time we said, "Love you," and they were like, "Love you." 2 seconds later, one blast mine exploded, and it's actually not in the direction of where, like, I don't know, something exploded, and it actually, I could feel the debris fall onto my face. And my POV, I fell and I couldn't move because there was debris, metal shit on me all of a sudden. And for some reason, it was peaceful. It wasn't scary. It felt like it was a natural occurrence of us dying over and over from different situations of just defending this zombie attack in a whatever alien planet. And for some reason, we were unbroken. We were at peace at the fact that we were okay losing because we know we can try again. We just smile it felt like we've been at this for so long that dying was normal. And honestly, having that kind of feeling where dying is normal is so rare to have and produce, by the way. It was so weird. So there I was. My vision is becoming blurry until it all went dark. But I could still feel like the weight of debris on my body. And then I woke up. And then I never saw them again. That was the last time I've been on that dream. Or in that world, if it was really a world. I haven't seen them anymore. The craziest thing is that I felt like I knew them, but I don't know them at the same time. This is like Edge of Tomorrow. I don't know what that movie is. I'm sorry. You found scratch marks on your stomach? Oh my god. I don't know what Edge of Tomorrow is. I think I've told this dream before. But way back. So I kept a dream log of that, and I kept that like feeling with me. And it's crazy to know the feeling. To know the feeling of being at peace with death without, air quote, experiencing it. You know what I mean? Like, for some reason, it's a canon event, and I have that experience with me, and I'm just living this other life, and I have that feeling, charged experience. Aria's... They're waiting for you to log in. Yeah, it felt like a game. It felt like a game, but it felt very heavy and light at the same time. Edge of Tomorrow. You know what? I felt... Google. Let me Google. When Edge of Tomorrow is a 2014 film. I can tell you guys for real that I have never watched this movie. In 2015, an alien race known as Mimics lands in Germany and swiftly conquers much of continental Europe, killing millions. By 2020, humanity has formed a global military alliance to combat Mimics. However, victory remained elusive until the recent... Blah, blah, blah. I'm spoiling the movie for you guys. Oh, Cage spends many loops training so they can reach the Omega, but he begins to care... So it's looping. She always dies before reaching the dam, regardless of his action, and he's unwilling to kill the Omega and ends the loops if she will remain dead. Yeah, it's very honestly similar, except us is with zombies, and the four of us always are together as a group. It's the four of us. It's like two boys and 2 girls. I don't know. That's what I remember. School bus graveyard experience. Oh my god. It's like the game movie World War Z. I think I watched World War Z, but only the part where they're like climbing on top of each other. Basically, Tom Cruise gets stronger as he dies again and again, as you described. I think the feeling that I got is that it's really sad. The sad part wasn't death, but the sad part is that I never got my dream and haven't seen them again. Like, isn't that crazy that the reason why we were comforted by the thought of death was because we were going to see each other again eventually. And now I've never seen them anymore. 3 years later, I'm still waiting for that dream again. Because it wasn't a horror dream. It was very comforting. Aria's story sounds like a movie. Well, I'll tell you guys if I have that dream again, but I don't know, really. Maybe talking about it might trigger the dream again, but I've thought about the dream here and there and it never came back. You should watch it. It's a good movie. Is it horror or is it drama? I was aboard a ship sailing through a storm. I was hauling a net in and I pulled on a man in orange overalls. He saw me and approached like a feral wolf. Someone else then came and tamed the man in orange. What's happening over there? Nina Wakata. Okay, there is a very valid explanation why we get nightmares, fever, why we get nightmares, why we have a fever. I think I've mentioned this before, is because your brain is trying to rationalize pain while you're asleep. So your brain makes up random shit to sort of like bridge the explanation. So that's why you get a lot of nightmares when you're stressed. That's why you get a lot of nightmares when you have a fever or you're in pain. It's because it's your brain stupidly trying to rationalize the pain. So if you have scratch marks on your body, I mean, it could be something supernatural, but it also because either you scratched yourself too hard and then you had and then your brain kind of had a nightmare. So honestly, I wake up with scratch marks as well, but that's because, like, you know, I apparently scratch myself while asleep is my explanation to myself. Yeah, that happened in the manga. It was adopted too? What? Okay, I really don't know where I picked this up, so I don't know. I kind of miss them. I kind of miss the gang, whoever they are. Again, it's not the events that took place, it is the feeling that I had during those two dreams. The comfort of we'll see each other again. Wouldn't that be a crazy plot where, like, you have your friends and you guys know that you guys have a tragic end, but the tragedy isn't dying, the tragedy isn't becoming friends again? Isn't that so sad? I think one thing comes to mind. Higurashi no Nakakura ni, like, all of them always end up either dying or killing each other. But what matters is they have the power of friendship to trust each other and see each other again. Maybe that's more of a darker stuff. Also sounds like you're describing Souls multiplayer. Okay, I don't know about that one. The one thing I can't explain myself is that I can go back to my dream if I woke up suddenly and be back where I was. Yeah, I think that's also a very special ability. I think dreams are such a fascinating thing that brains do to ourselves. Like, how do dreams work? Like, it's such a good ability if you can control your dreams as well. That's why when I get nightmares, it's not an indicator. Mikumi-chan! Mikumi, welcome! How are you? We're just talking about dreams. One nightmare I had, I was running through a maze of some sort. I came to a hallway, and at the end, there was a person in black and white face. He turned to look at me with an uncanny smile. Oh my god, that's scary. That's scary. It's crazy to me that we still remember some dreams. Oh yeah, ACX is tomorrow! Mikumi-chan! My shift is 11 a.m. So, me early. So for those of you who are coming to ACX, me early. ちょっと待って。I think there was this dream that I had. I do think children do have access to the, or vulnerable to the supernatural a bit more. I truly believe the brain really truly works in mysterious ways. And I also really believe in capacity. Like, you know, when you're children, right? Like, okay, kids say the most stupid shit, right? But because they're exposed to the stress of the adult world of like bills, work, relationships. I'm not saying that kids don't have their own problems, but I do feel like the reason why there is my possible theory on why children can see ghosts, can be susceptible to the supernatural, is because they actually still have space to receive that kind of information. And maybe that's why cats can sense stuff like that too. It's because they don't have to think about bills and work. But I'm not joking. That is my theory on why children can see things that we don't. Is probably because they have space to have that information to begin with. I remember this house that, and like childhood house. Like, it wasn't our house. It was just a house that it didn't really creep me out, but it had something. Like, you know when you see something, but you don't know the history of it, but you sort of feel something? We would pass by this house via jeepney all the time. It was like this really cool mansion. It looked really elegant, but not new, but not super old. But you know, there was this sophistication that came with this mansion when you would pass by it. It had a really cool garden. It had like angel statues. You know, that elegance. You know, it's really giving someone's rich. Somebody is rich that lives here. And it's like kind of like well maintained. After a while, for some reason my brain is made aware of the house as a child, and I had a dream that two entities lived there. One black angel and one white angel. I think it's because of the influence of the angel statues. But I was in that house, and that house was empty, and the only entities there are the black angel and the dark angel and the white angel. And these two entities were chasing me around the house, the empty mansion. Can we have a podcast of scary nights? Mikumi-chan, let's. I think we have a lot to share, I bet. Our brain is the most wondrous of all machines. Exactly. The power. Imagine the untapped potential our brains have. I think we're only tapping to just a few percentage of our brain. I used to hunt ghosts with friends when I was 11. When we once looked into my old school chapel in the blink of an eye, we saw a lady with gray skin, black hair, wearing... Oh my god. That's creepy. Our old house has a lot of entities too. That's why I am not scared. I'm used to... Oh my gosh. When I was a child, I was extremely used to it as well. But then it you kind of just lose touch of that air quote power as you, well, are not a child anymore. And then, yeah. And honestly, there are some ways to protect yourself. Anyway, there was just one time, I think there was a haunting in one of the previous houses that I stayed. Me and my mom had like... I heard noises in the middle of the night because, like, you know, I'm a gamer. And then... I really love it when Aria does Zatsu. It's so relaxing. I'm so glad to hear that. I would like a podcast. I think we do have a lot of stories, Nikun-chan, to share. I really think we do have. There was this one time my mom had a scary dream of a man asking to be let in, like by her window, because we all had like separate rooms, and by her window she could hear a voice asking like, can I, like, let me in, let me inside the house. And usually I think it's a very common like thing where ghosts actually ask permission to enter before they like do whatever. And so the answer to that will always be no. Like, you never ever say yes to these invitations. So the same night my mom had a nightmare, I was actually also hearing noises I've never heard in the house before, despite being 1 year in already. So the next morning I told this to my mom, like, Mom, I heard this noise, it's scary. And then my mom was like, wait, no way, I was actually hearing someone by my window to enter the house. And I'm like, no shit. I immediately bought obsidian stones. Like, the thing is, I'm a believer of systems in place. Like, some of the gemstone beliefs are actually, some of them have stood the test of time and are passed down from generation to generation, to practicer to practicer. And like, even though I'm not like a gemstone practicer, but if I truly believe in something, like, I feel like what if it actually works? So I immediately bought obsidian stones on entrances, and it actually works. It actually worked. When I was starting to have nightmares, whether it's an actual effect or a placebo effect, honestly, I don't really care. If it works, it works. Sometimes your brain kind of bends things to their will to make things work if you believe hard enough. But also, if it's not the cause of your brain, it's caused by supernatural things, then it works. I don't really care. I just don't want spirits to be here being weird, and I want to make sure that the house is well protected. So I bought obsidian stones. Placebo effect or not, it worked. It worked. I want to share some stories, but I'm gonna save it. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna overuse the story. I'm gonna take it slow and not share too many stories. My first brother used to have nightmares regularly. My mom consulted a friend and she made a bracelet for him using stones that block negative energies. My brother stopped having... Yes, that's what I did too. So the best stone... Okay, I have limited gemstone knowledge. But there are 3 gemstones that I rely heavily to achieve certain results. So obsidian is really good at blocking bad spirits. Number 2, amethyst. The amethyst is really good being placed under your pillow to prevent nightmares. It worked wonders for me, by the way. I've never had a nightmare ever since I had like an amethyst behind my pillow, like underneath my pillow. It's really good. Really good at giving you energy to give you a better chance at job interviews. Citrine is really good. I think I wouldn't say that I've aced every job interview I've had, but it produced results enough for me to be proud of the work that I did for job interviews. So citrine is really good. I think citrine for me is the only gemstone that I actually charged under the sun because it actually really needs that sun energy. So citrine's pretty good for job stuff. So I use citrine. So all of the other gemstones, I do not have knowledge, because while I can research what these gemstones can do, these 3 gemstones are the ones that I used and actually worked. So obsidian for bad stuff, amethyst for nightmares, citrine for career help. Yeah, the amethyst too. Perfect. Amethyst is really nice. It's also really good for what's the word? Like future feeling, if you know what I mean. It's like if you need answers, if you need like help from the mystical side of things for guidance. Because again, tarot card reading, horoscopes are not like a complete 100%. Tarot card readings and the like horoscopes will only mean something if it's relatable. If it's not relatable, if it doesn't speak to you, then discard it. Like, it doesn't have, like, horoscopes don't have to mean something every day. Like, I feel like at least for me, like, okay, this is me. If when everything, I've already considered every single factor, I've already considered every single angle, and I still don't have an answer, that is the only time that I actually call for a reading or a horoscope. Because sometimes they usually have something that you probably missed. Like, I think for me, I only turn to the cards or horoscopes if I feel like I've thought of every single thing, I've listened to every single opinion from my friends or parents. If I've thought about everything, I've written it down logically, that's the time that I may need an opinion from something that may really help me decide something. Oh, I've never used pyrite before. I've never used, but I do miss my gemstones. We should sell crystals. Oh my god. Oh my god, you love crystals too? Oh my god. Citrines for money? Nice. Wait, Mikumi-chan, we should totally do a session together. You know what I mean? Like, we should do each other's reading. we should totally do that. The heart of the cards I draw. Yeah, we should totally do a podcast, Mikumi-chan. Actually, we've never had a FreeTalk podcast before. We should totally do that sometime. Podcast? You know what? I'll PM you, Mikumi-chan. We should totally do it. Yeah, so anyway, before I continue yapping, I think it's time for me to I really love this talk, Mikumi-chan. I'm not super I'm into gemstones, but I'm not an expert. But I think, Mikumi-chan, you can definitely help me on that part. I'm more of a tarot card reader. If there's an order of priority, it's more on tarot cards, gemstones, into horoscope. I think way back horoscope used to be a priority, but when I started learning that tarot cards are more consistent than horoscope for me, I think I rarely do horoscopes now, honestly. Like, it's the last thing. I don't even do it anymore, but I used to. The arcana is the means by which all is revealed. When can we ask for fortune telling and being feng shui? Okay, I don't know feng shui. So I am so sorry about that. That one I really don't know. But I can do fortune telling. Maybe I'll make it a member stream so it's not super overwhelming. Like, if you guys don't mind me practicing. ASMR podcast? That would be pretty cool. Horoscopes and fortune readings are like GPS prompts. They would assist you in finding a direction of what you want, but most of you are looking... Yes, exactly. They're not telling you the future, but they're giving you some sort of guidance to what you should look out for and what you should probably think of when you make your decision on something, or when you're having feelings about something. Some of my methods to like, again, every person will be different. Maybe everyday horoscopes give you comfort, you know, like maybe that works for you. I think it will always depend on the people, on how systems are applicable or not. So again, when I say that I think horoscopes are like a guide and not 100%, that is my belief. And if it has been 100% accurate for you, then damn, that's pretty cool. I'll take the gemstone, you take tarot. Okay, I like that very much. Honestly, you know what I used to do back then? So I before tarot card reading, I had gemstone reading. Though basically it's just like cards, but just portraits of gemstones. Because buying gemstones is expensive. So what I usually do with my closest friends is that I would do readings for them, but it's not a reading. It's a gemstone that would represent an era for them. Like, it's kind of like a take this with you kind of thing. Like, here, take this with you. Like, this'll help. Just take this with you. Like, it means this, it means that, and it'll help you and like whatever you probably need it for. And I think I've given away some of the cards, but the downside is that when I gave the cards, that means I can't use the gemstones that I gave away, of course. But I think it's pretty cute that you give like gemstone cards for your friends. Nice. Yes. ASMR podcast. I don't think I can do ASMR, but I'll definitely do the fortune telling thing, and also do the podcast with Mikumi-chan. We should definitely schedule that, Mikumi-chan. Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's dangerous out there. Take this with you. take this with you. They have really cool meanings too. I'm pretty... Okay, here's one thing that I believe. You can... I don't know if you can take this with you, but this kind of method or belief with you, but I'll share you my belief. So in every and how do I explain this? So in every country that I go to, especially vacation, I usually buy an object where I air quote store happy energy on it. It could be anything. It could be as cheap as a random souvenir, or could be an expensive gemstone. Anything. I usually go for like a cheap, cute looking souvenir from that country. And usually I bring it along with me. So, and that's why I air quote charge it. Because if you go around, for example, Japan is like my favorite country to like charge good memories and feelings, because it's so relaxing. Food's great, everything's great, places are great, being a weeb is great. So usually when I have this object with me, and I take it with me, I charge it with happy memories, and I take it back home. So now this object is a representation of this certain feeling. So whenever I feel anxious, I kind of just bring it with me for safety. Because while in the present time, I feel anxious, terrible, I know that this object that I have with me is a representation of what I felt back then, and I still have happiness with me. So that's what I usually still do. I don't know when I started this tradition, but anything that's a very like important or commemorative or like something to celebrate, I always have an object with me to represent and charge it. And then it'll always be... That's why I have so many bags, like random tote bags, random backpacks for traveling, like and then there would be there's like 5 charms inside it because it was charged in the past. And I feel comfort in travels, in like, or anxious like work, like for work. If I get anxious, I always bring it with me because I feel safe. Like, because I associate this object with something good, and therefore whatever I'm feeling now is probably just all in my head. And remember back then when you had this object and everything was great? Yeah, you still have that object with you, therefore everything will be great. It's my balance method. So hopefully if you want to apply it to your lives as well, it might help. Only stones we mostly have are charcoals, which is good for absorbing odors. That's true though. Egg cleanse. I've never tried that or heard of that before. You should tell me more on the podcast. I wonder what Aria would advise if she did readings for us. I will try my best. Ganbarimasu. I use gemstones too. Tawas is a gem. Okay, that one I do not know. Tawas is like I'm not sure. I did that once when I went to Iloilo with a stone I found on a beach. It caught my eye because of its smooth flat side. It's a dark bluish gray. But when soaked in water... Wait, that looks really... Yes, that's exactly how you operate that method. Nice one, Anina Makata. It could be any object that really calls to you. Like, I feel like gemstones are like bonus stats, you know what I mean? Like, they've always been used... Well, not always, but they're usually used in a very similar fashion, right? When I talk about fashion, even before So that's why I say bonus stats. But if it's your belief, I feel like it'll work as similarly. Me and Aria are the same in so many ways. I keep keychains to remind me of my. Oh my gosh! Yeah. Oh my gosh, Mikami-chan, that's crazy. You too. Wait. Damn. We are similar in so many ways. That's so. Oh my god, we should totally do this podcast. We should totally do this podcast. I do have random cards. I do have random stuff. I do something very differently for negative feelings. So I do something differently rather, not similarly, for negative feelings. But I'll say that for another time. I gotta go. I wish I could talk about this more, but maybe I'll save it for Mikumi-chan's me and Mikumi-chan's collab podcast. Let's do it, Mikumi-chan. I'll PM you after. Ask your schedule. I have a necklace that protects me, and every time if you ask, nice. Yeah. So this. I have a confession. I lost my stuff. I lost my gemstones. I don't know where they are. It's literally from going from one place to another is what's causing it. Maybe I should bring more stuff. My charm for airplane rides has always been my Nintendo Switch, but I think that's a different kind of charm. I think it's more of a distraction. I do have my charms inside my bag though. I don't hold my charms when I'm anxious in an airplane ride. I just have them inside my bag. Agimat new merch soon, desho? I have it now as a fidget because feeling the smooth surface with my fingertips is fleet. That's so nice because you associate it with calming properties. That's again, mental association to an object is so important to survive in your daily experiences. So again, find what methods work for you. Yeah, I can hold your foot. I will hold your feet, Mikome-chan. Rub your feet. Rub. Let me win the lottery. Yeah, anyway, I unfortunately have to go now. I really enjoyed this talk, guys. Thank you, my lovely citizens. Okay, don't forget, tomorrow is ACX. I will be there at 11 a.m. drinking my coffee. And let's make it a coffee. Like a coffee meetup. A coffee meet and greet, okay? Okay, don't forget, 11 a.m. tomorrow. No time zone difference this time, so I won't forget. Yeah, this FreeTalk was a roller coaster. Yeah, we started off really depressing, huh? Collab podcast. I'm really excited for this FreeTalk podcast, Mikumi-chan. You know what? You know what we should do? We should make it like a sleepover vibes. Like we should have hot chocolate on our PJs and with either with tea or hot chocolate and chill. Oh yeah, right? Like a cute little talk and gathering. I think that would be really cute. From AI apocalypse beach episode and the fortune telling. Yeah, we talked about bugs in the gemstones, guys. We literally talked about data mining, AI like algorithms, dreams, and then gemstones, bugs. Girl talk. Can we come? Yeah, you guys can come. Apocalypse. Meanwhile, me, I say Evelator. Emino. Have a good luck with tour. Yes, for those of you that are going to ACX, please take care. Remember to hydrate and well, yeah, have fun is the most important thing. I want to say thank you to Mikumi-chan for dropping by. Really appreciate it. Now we have like a collab idea. We should totally talk about scary stories and charms and stuff and how we deal with it and use it in our daily lives. Of course, I want to say thank you to Idol, Ragana, loves her t-shirt, Aneklikari, That Dude, Jasper, Dark Hunter, Gomikazuki mo, Anino Magata, Outdog, Dasha Cartosano. Super Splash. Supernova, Tom Peter. Thank you, everybody. Did I miss anyone? I hope I didn't miss anyone. Xenos, thank you so much. For those of you again who are coming to ACX, take care, and I'll see you guys at 11 a.m., okay? And of course, for the rest of the day, for my sisters doing their own meet and greets as well. So see you guys. Tom Peter, thank you so much. Again, Mikumi-chan, thank you so much for dropping by. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. Take care. I'm gonna eat dinner now. Arigato. See you on day 1 or day 2 or both. Bye-bye. I'm excited to see you guys. Bye. Eat well, okay? Bye-bye po. Don't skip me. Mwah.